Alright, now we're done with profit indicator number 2 and we've finished all the triggers, right? All the lines we've done already. The last part right now, the profit indicator to enter is the next thing. How much to enter is based on KSI. So first of all, what's the KSI? It's called the Cal Sentiment Indicator. Well, it is also the big boys indicator. It's a pattern-based oscillating indicator that does not follow price action, alright? Now, KSI green means that the big boys are buying and KSI red means that the big boys are selling. So, simple, right? Green, buy, red, selling. Now, if you look at this chart right now, you can see that the KSI is really in line with what's happening in the market. When you see there's a lot of KSI, green, 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 is like telling you the whole market is bullish, you could see. And then when it starts to have red, that's when it becomes a bit more bearish. So big boys are buying up, right? The more greens you see, the more it means that the big boys are literally buying up. Now, otherwise, you can also see a lot of red. So we see lots of red KSI, which means the big boys are actually selling right now. Okay, so what's happening in the chart right now? Right now, this is uncertainty zone. Remember in our first video where we talk about what I'm looking at right now. So I wouldn't trade at this point in time right now because it's all in uncertainty zone, right? It's uncertainty zone. So, but you can see here there's a lot of red here, so it could be selling, but the selling isn't very strong. So buying. So you see there's a lot of green buying. So it's yellow. But there's also some red. So there's a bit of like selling here. You can see here, and here it's more like buying. Right, so you can see that red, more red. Usually the red here is KSI is in line with what the market trying to sell down. So big boys are selling. Okay, so well, you read the KSI on the signal bar, right? Read the KSI when on the signal bar, right? Very important. So you only look at signal bar. So there's a color changer. I look at the signal bar. All right. So in this case, the signal bar is aligned. So if the signal bar is aligned, that means I can enter the trade long. I would have entered the long. However, this is the trade that I will not trade at all. Remember, we look at pivot first, right? The moment before you trade, you look at where the pivot is relative to the opening price to know where you want to be trading. So here is uncertainty zone. So this is where here is not where I want to be trading. So I'll keep myself out of the market during this point in time. So there is a season for everything, right? There's a season to trade and there's a season to wait. So when trade is a smaller size lot, you trade half the size. Later on, I'm going to teach you how to calculate the size lot. But you trade the size lot half the size when it's not in line. All right, which means if this is a CCRY, all right, the signal bar RY, but then the signal bar below KSI is red, that means it's not in line. So you do half the size of the trade. So give me an example right now. So look at this right now. This is a CCYR. Okay, so YR, it starts to trade below OP. Let's say it trades below OP, right? But then on the signal bar, it is green. So as soon as the green is on the signal bar, KSI is green, it means that you don't do the full lot, you do half a lot, right? So likewise, you can see over here as well, this is CCRY. So CCRY, but then is a red below, that means the big boys are still selling on the signal bar. So in other words, based on that, I'll do half a lot. Simple, all right? Another one thing I want you to observe is this, other than color change, other than triggers, the next thing to put in how much is look at the KSI on the signal bar. However, if you see on the signal bar, there is a huge jump like from red to green and it's like double the height. And there's a color change and yet the trigger, everything's in line, right? Wow, that means it's a big buying is coming, okay? Now, likewise, the same, if it's jumped by more than half, a big drop here. And on the signal bar, you can see on the signal bar, it is CCYR and it's in line, RR. At the same time, CCYR, right? So it's in line, there's a trigger. And you look at KSI, the signal bar, yours is R signal bar, and below is also red, and there's a huge, like reduced by more than half the height, right? More than half the height. That means a big selling is coming, all right? So that's going to help you as well. So I hope this gives you an overview on how to enter. Now, there's one more thing I want to share with you, one more indicator that's very special. It's called the KCX, and it only works on gold. So if you're just starting out with the trade with the boy system, the first place that you want to trade is only gold. You don't want to touch down in any other thing first. So get familiar with the trade with the boy system using gold first, right? So if you're doing that first, this indicator is going to be a treat for you, and I'll share this with you in the next video.